All right,
Hello.
questions? Anybody?
Thoughts on Kentucky so far, what you've seen on film?
An offense that very talented. Running back Boone Williams that can go all the way. His speed is hard to simulate in practice. He's got and he's a hard guy to contain because he'll start a run one way and stop, reverse course, and then come back the other way. So it's a week where leverage is very important because as talented as they are throwing the ball and as good at wideouts as they have, and as well as the quarterback is playing, playing a team like this, it still starts off with being solid versus the run.
How does the rotation change with Diaz being out now at linebacker?
Well, that's a hard blow. Number one on Dez. Again, a guy that had fought really hard to come back in. But we've got some flexibility. Dre Ward's a guy that he and two of them have kind of been going back and forth at will linebacker in terms of being able to back up Beniquez. Big blow on special teams. Dez was one of our best special teams players. So it's time for somebody else to step up in one of those roles. So, but that's college football. It's the next man up mentality.
Kentucky seems like it's closer than ever to kind of stepping into that, being a better team, win 4 or 5 SEC games. What do you see as kind of the difference between them that's allowed them to look like to take the next step to be a pretty good team on the offense?
Well, I just see that you see them in the third year of Coach Stube's program. They're recruiting better. They're recruiting to a system on both sides of the ball. So you would expect them to be, a harder nut to crack, every year, and that's what they've been. They've been getting better and better, and they crossed a big hurdle in terms of winning on the road at South Carolina early in the year. So, like what we're finding with everybody in the West, winning's a habit, and it's something you have to create, and learn how to win games in this conference, but it's not easy to do. And then once you learn how to win games, they're still really, really hard to win because there's a good chance the team that you're playing knows how to win games as well. So they're obviously a very highly competitive team and have been, and now they're finding a way to win some of those games.
Toles had a huge game against State last year. What have you guys seen on film that you have to do against him this year to make that not happen?
Well, it still comes back to the explosive pass play. A lot of those plays were, a lot of his yards were on some big-time chunk plays down the field, whether it was getting behind all the coverage or some short throws that turn into long gainers. So that's been a battle cry for our secondary all season of not allowing the ball behind us and not allowing explosive plays. And Kentucky, even this year, they've held true to that. A lot of their points come when they are when they're explosive. And so that they've got skill that can go down the field. And I think the best thing he does is throw the deep ball. So it's a big time challenge for our secondary.